welcome back. So my wrist can't lie. I've been using an Apple Watch every day since 2017, and I've used this particular Series 4 Apple Watch every day since I got it in September 2018. And if you're looking into buying an Apple Watch and maybe have some questions about durability, or if it's long lasting, or if it gets slow over time, or if the software improves or doesn't improve, maybe stick around, because I got some answers. But before that, if you'd like to enter in a giveaway for the slick looking Moshi SetteQ dual wireless charger that you've been seeing in all the previous clips up until now in this video, all you have to do is make sure you are a subscriber for both my channel and Moshi's channel, and comment down below why you would want to win it, and I'll make sure you get one in the mail. To be very upfront, they didn't pay me in any way, they didn't tell me to tell you guys anything, but they just wanted me to make a review of their new dual wireless charger. But at the time I just told them that, well, we reviewed the wireless charger of theirs, the SetteQ, I think, back in May. I'll leave it linked all the way up there, and we said some pretty good things because it's a pretty good wireless charger, and they just made one with 2 coils and a USB pass-through and called it SetteQ. Wanted me to make a review on it. I just said, well, I don't think it will add that much value, but I really think the product is very good. I can feature it in one of my videos and maybe do the giveaway there. And they just said, sure, why the hell not? This message was of course not sponsored by them, but I just feel like a company that makes this sort of effort with a channel as small as ours definitely deserves some recognition, and every single product of them that I've tried until now has been pretty solid, so I have no problem recommending them. So I'll put all the details for the giveaway down in the description, and the giveaway will run for 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks we'll draw a winner, and then we'll get in contact with you if you are the lucky one. But first, let me tell you some backstory. In 2017, I was looking for a way to improve how I tracked my workout sessions, and I was never really one to wear a watch, but at the time I was using an iPhone, so I thought, why the hell not? Let's see what all the fuss is about when it comes to the Apple Watch. So I bought a Series 3 Apple Watch. And still to this day, I still think that's the biggest selling point for the watch: health and fitness. Yes, it does a lot more than that, but the ease of tracking and the gamification of the fitness aspect is something that got me completely hooked for a good while, and I broke all my running personal bests in the years that followed. That isn't necessarily to say that only the Apple Watch could give me that extra motivation to go out there and do it, but at the time and still today, there's still a lot of things that set the Apple Watch apart from every other smartwatch out there. On September 2018, I swapped the Series 3 Apple Watch with the new design of the Series 4, and I pretty much kept it till today. And in July 2021, it still pains me to say this, but there's still a lot of things that the Apple Watch does better than any other smartwatch in the market. And in my opinion, the biggest things still are the software and the fact that Apple develops their own SoCs. On the software side, it may not sound obvious at first, but the fact that most iOS apps that could benefit from the watch in some capacity have an app available for it is something that can be easy to take for granted. And the fact that the Apple Watch is the most popular watch in the world makes it so that for developers, it's a growing marketplace of potential customers and an extra incentive to develop for the platform. And that's key here. You see, it's extremely easy to focus on the hardware and the form factor when you see a new tech product, but along its lifetime, one of, if not the most important feature, is software support and app development. Take the Samsung situation for example. They've been the best alternative for the Apple Watch on the Android side of things, but even then they still decided to join forces with Google and in the process kill off their Tizen OS in favor of running Android Wear, and who knows how long they'll keep all those millions of Tizen OS running smartwatch updated. And on the Apple side, well, the Series 4 can already install watchOS 8, and the Series 3 from 2017 can also already install the latest OS. And in my opinion, that makes it much easier to swallow the big price tag that these devices carry. It's unfortunate that online is sometimes very difficult to give Apple any praise without sounding a little fanboyish, But when it comes to the wearables market, it's extremely warranted. I mean, I wouldn't be using an iPhone these days if I could simply just use an Apple Watch on Android. But that's never gonna happen, so I was hoping, and still am, that Google will eventually launch a smartwatch and take the Wear OS market seriously, and maybe this Samsung partnership is the key to make that happen, but it still hasn't happened yet. My Series 4, which by the way, it's extremely similar to the Apple Watch SE, runs faster and with more functionality today than it did when it was brand new. That's something that you can't say about many tech products, and it's a statement as to how much Apple has been ahead when it comes to performance on the watch. It's always a combination between the software and the hardware side of things to make things feel fast and fluid, but it's a statement as to how well this formula works. Making your own SoCs and putting them in your own products, you kind of control the whole process, and it's pretty much why Google is planning on doing something very similar when it comes to their Pixel phones and maybe even their Pixel Watch later this year. But living with the same watch daily for 4 years has given me answers to all the questions that I had when I was looking for the reviews when I was buying it brand new. And to be honest, it's mostly positive stuff. Keep in mind that I've used this watch for almost 4 years at this point, and I used it to track everything. I went on long distance races with it, I swam in a pool, I swam in the ocean, I showered every day, I tracked my sleep, and it was most of the time living on my wrist. So the outside shell still looks mostly the same, but that was pretty much to be expected. The buttons and the digital crown still feel clicky and smooth, and both the microphone and the speakers still work flawlessly. The display inevitably has some light scratches on it, but nothing that you can see in day-to-day use. But the audiophobic coating is mostly gone, as you would expect. Even the watch strap is still in pretty good condition. It's definitely not as soft and plushy as it was when it was brand new, but apart from some looser threads from some intense playing sessions with Gatsby, it has held up pretty well. And even if the hardware has aged quite well and the software is faster and more functional now than ever, the battery has seen better days. According to the battery health stat, it's sitting at 81%, and that in my day-to-day results in me having to charge the watch at least every 30 hours. Since I track my sleep with the watch, if I start my day at 8 AM with 100% battery, I can count that it will last at most until 4 PM on the next day. Usually I place the watch in the little Moshi charger when I start to work in the morning, and in around 30 minutes I have enough juice for the next day. I usually track some exercise during the day, so around 30 hours of battery on a 3-year-old watch is more than comfortable. And if you don't plan to wear your watch to bed, then you pretty much can ignore battery, because even 4 years down the line, it still isn't really an issue. In short, 4 years after I started to use this Apple Watch daily, and I can definitely say that it has helped me in a lot of meaningful ways in my day-to-day life. And the hardware and the software has aged quite beautifully, and I hope my experience when it comes to maybe long-term water resistance or long-term battery health has helped you out making your next buying decision, or if you're worried about maybe going to the shower with your Apple Watch, maybe this has calmed you a little bit. Of course, it isn't all rainbows and butterflies, and there's a lot of things that I would change on the hardware, but mostly on the software side of the Apple Watch. But I think that's a topic for another day. Oh, but you're here, but it's absolutely nothing to do with the Apple Watch, Apple in general, or anything tech related. You're just here for some feline action, and I will surely share it with you. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and you stick around, and yeah, bye!